Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. So today I will be teaching you everything about brows, how to shape and trim them, how to fill them in, how to fleek them, and how to care for them. So if you want to learn all of that, then please keep on watching. Okay, so the first step in achieving perfect brows is having clean eyebrows. So there are a lot of methods to do this. There's threading, waxing, shaving, tweezing, and trimming. Personally, I prefer to shave my eyebrows and trim off any longer hairs. And then, as for threading and waxing, these are very good options as well. But I do highly suggest that you get these done professionally to avoid any mistakes. Especially because you're going to be pulling the hair from the follicle, so it's gonna take a really long time before it grows out or grows back again. And as for tweezing, tweezing is very painful, and so as I've mentioned, I really prefer shaving my eyebrows than trimming a few stray hairs after and longer hairs after shaving. And then from there, I would take my razor and just shave off from some hair from above, under, and also on the mid part, because who wants a unibrow? No one. And then after that, I proceed to trimming. I just take a spoolie, brush the hair up, trim, and then brush the hair down and trim again. Okay, so after the big cleanup, you need to figure out what you're working with. Do you have full eyebrows, thin eyebrows? Do you have sparse eyebrows, unruly eyebrows, or do you have no eyebrows at all? This is important because this will help you on what product you should use on your brows. Because there are a lot of different products on the market, which I will be explaining and demonstrating later on. So the next, after you figure out what type of eyebrows you also have to figure out what face shape you have. So for those who have a round face shape, it is better to have structured and arched brows, just to give the face more definition, and because your face itself, the shape of your face itself is soft, so you need stronger brows for that. And for the ones who have a square shaped face, mostly any eyebrow shape will work for you, but the most flattering one is a shape with a slightly rounded arch, so nothing too pointy or sharp, because having a sharper arch will only make your features stronger. Trick for anyone who has a square shaped face is having a highlighted arch, because that gives an illusion of a more narrow and less boxy facial structure. For the people who have oval shaped faces, full brows are the way to go. If you have an oval face shape, most probably your face is a bit longer, so thin brows wouldn't really do your face shape any justice, so it's better to have fuller brows, fuller and thicker. Any shape would do. Okay, so for those who have a heart-shaped face, same with the squared eyebrows, you want something with a rounded arch just to help soften your features up. And for those who have longer face shapes, always remember that shorter eyebrows with a low arch will make a long face appear shorter. So for me personally, I have an oval face, so I should be having fuller brows, which I have now. But aside from having an oval shaped face, I also have very full cheeks, so my face looks kind of round as well. So that's why my full eyebrows are structured and arched as well. Okay, so now that you know what type of eyebrows you have to work with and what facial structure you have, next is determining which product you should be using. In my honest opinion, you can use whatever the heck you want for your eyebrows. It's your eyebrows. If you can make it work, then go for it. But here are some tips on what to use just to help you or guide you a bit. Okay, so first we have the powder. This is best for filling in sparse or light eyebrows. And this is great if you prefer having a natural look. So for applying the powder, you need to use a firm, dense brush to be concise with the application. For this and for everything else, I love to use the Anastasia Beverly Hills brow brush, which is double-ended. It has a brush on one side and a spoolie on another. The brow powder that I am using for this is Rose Shade Eyebrow Duo from Rose Cosmetics, and the shade that I'm using is called High Tide, which is a gray shade. Next, we have pencils, which are great for filling in and refining the eyebrows because it enables the user to decrease and increase the intensity depending on how heavily the product is applied. When applying pencils, short feathery strokes should be used to mimic the actual brow hair. The one that I'm using here is from Miniso in the color gray, and it is my absolute favorite. Next, we have another favorite of mine, which is the eyebrow pomade. Here I'm using the Anastasia Beverly Hills Dipbrow pomade in the shade ash brown. So pomades provide more definition, it emphasizes texture and offers some hold, but doesn't dry hard or stiff, similar to when you use a brow gel. So it also volumizes your eyebrow hair. It is best to apply it with an angled brush for more definition. Pomades are best for filling in larger gaps and ultra-thin eyebrows. Next, we have the eyebrow gel. So we have two types of eyebrow gels. There are clear ones and there are ones that are tinted or colored. So eyebrow gels are great for holding and defining the hair. That's why they are called the hairspray for eyebrows. Next, we have the marker, which I absolutely hate. And you will see why in a while. So markers provide major definition and saturation. That is true. They are long wearing. That is also true. But my problem with markers is that once they touch your skin, they dry instantly. So you don't have time to blend it out or play with them or play with the product a bit. So it makes application very difficult. The one I'm using here is from Malek Saloon. I'm not sure where this is from. It's not written here, but I think this is a product from Dubai. I'm not sure, but if I'm wrong, I will have it. I'll put it in the description box. Okay, so those are the types of eyebrow products. Next, I will give you tips and tricks and hacks for perfect eyebrows. Okay, so here are some more tips and tricks on achieving perfect eyebrows. Okay, so for my first tip, please try to avoid holding your mirror up way too close to your face. Otherwise, you will only see your eyebrow or your eye area. Kasi most of the time, it looks great up close, but once you get a full view of your face, there is a possibility that it doesn't match well with the rest of your makeup or it's too dark for you. If you really need to hold your mirror up closer, please take a glimpse of the full view from time to time just to make sure that your brows are okay and the brows suit the rest of your face. Okay, so for my second tip, I highly suggest this one. It's filling in your brows before tweezing or shaving them, just to avoid overdoing it. And with that, you have an almost perfect brow shape. So even if you don't have your eyebrows on, you have perfectly shaped eyebrows. Did you know that there is such thing as eyebrow highlighting? If you're scared that your brows will appear boxy, you can always use a powder or a lighter shade of pomade or pencil for filling in the front or the head of the eyebrows. So when you're new to drawing in your brows, you can always use an eyeliner pencil to mark out or where your brows should go. So for the head of the brows, you have to line it up with your nostrils, with your brush or your eyeliner facing up, straight up. Put a tiny dot on there. For the arch of your brows, you want to line it up with your nostril and your pupil. And lastly, for the tail of the eyebrows, you just want to move that a bit slightly, lining up from your nostrils to the end of your eyes. So another tip that I have is keeping your eyebrow hairs healthy by using a serum like this one. This is by Celitech, and this is their Eyebrow Nourishing Serum, which I also use for my eyelashes. So this is very easy to use. I love it. It works really well. Plus, it comes in a tube with a spoolie applicator. But if you're the type who prefers using natural products on your face, I suggest doing a DIY eyebrow and eyelash serum instead by mixing castor oil, coconut oil, and aloe vera gel. So I will be making a tutorial for that as well soon, so please watch out for that. And lastly, this is a personal tip from me. It's about eyebrow gels and how they are highly optional. It depends on what eyebrows. You don't always have to use eyebrow gel. I personally don't use eyebrow gel. I only have a few variants of eyebrow gels here because I do freelance makeup work and a lot of my clients need it. But it actually depends on what type of eyebrow hairs you have. Like what I mentioned before, if you have really unruly eyebrows, then that is the time for you to use an eyebrow gel. And I highly suggest this one from Daiso. This is the one that I used from the clip earlier as well. This is really cheap. I like it because it does its work very well. It really holds the eyebrows in place. It gives a lot of definition. So, you know, the hair, even if the brows are drawn on, they look very natural because this defines each and every strand of hair. So I really like that. Plus, it's so affordable. This is the most affordable eyebrow gel that I've ever gotten. It only cost me 88 pesos to that. So roughly around $2 US. So it's very nice. And by the way, guys, I have notes, so that's why you see me looking down a lot. I do have notes with me. I prepared for this. So that is it for today's lesson. I hope you guys learned something. I hope you guys enjoyed that, and please give this video a thumbs up if you did and subscribe if you haven't. All of my social media handles will be listed in the description box below, so go ahead and check that out if you want. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you all on my next video.